Hello, thanks for joining me for another video beer review. Today we are going across to Canada and the Domination City Brewing Company, and this is their Monster Mash double IPA. Then it's coming in, as you can see, 8% ABV. This is in a 355 standard North American Canada size. So yeah, makers of very good beer apparently. So we'll see here now in a minute. So Graveyard Mash. This was canned on the 11th of October of 2019. I'm reviewing this beer in the early hours of the 1st of December of 2019. I've had this beer about, what, 3 weeks or so. A good friend of mine come across from the States. If you're in the kind of Canadian kind of craft beer scene, you'll know who Hewitt is. Great online troll, and yeah, awesome. I mean, so these guys are out of Ottawa, Ontario, which is the eastern sort of Ontario. So Ottawa, obviously the capital of Canada. So let's crack into this then, and we'll see what's in the beer. It's brewed with copious amounts of Citra and Mosaic. And it features Pilsner malts, oat malt and spelt to provide a creamy mouthfeel apparently. So we'll see about this. I've used this glass already before, and already you can see a pouring mouthfeel. Not appalling, a pouring. You can just tell. It looks creamy. Obviously we don't get these beers here in the UK. And they probably don't get it in the whole of Canada either, such as some of the distribution of some beers, especially in the Maritimes, out where Nick, and mind you, he's more, don't worry about what I'm talking about. Anyway, back into this. I forgot what I was going to say. Half a finger, not even that of a creamy looking tightly back bubbles head. It's a very kind of, it looks like almost like a gravy. It's got that kind of vibe to it, chicken gravy stock, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, a very kind of dense looking haze on this one. Aroma. Wow, okay. You're getting that, there's a very kind of oaty, it's definitely oats. You can almost smell oats in this one. Very citrusy. You can smell the mouthfeel. I've said it on multiple beer reviews before, you can smell the mouthfeel on this one. It looks the part. It smells very, I don't know, it's very difficult to explain sometimes when you get a beer that's very creamy, very smooth, very kind of luxurious, velvety, in an aroma. How do you explain that? Very well balanced, I'd say. It's very smooth kind of aroma. It's not really sharp edges almost. I'm picturing what it's going to taste like already. We'll go into the taste because the aroma is incredible. Citrusy, a little bit grapefruit, a little bit kind of oniony, garlicky sort of thing. Go straight in. Cheers. Cheers, Hewitt. Wow, okay. It's quite a I'm picking up on that. Obviously it's got a very creamy mouthfeel, and that's one of the first things that hits you, but then literally straight after that I'm getting this, that actual Pilsner malt I think is actually pulling through a little bit. It's cutting through all of that kind of tropical goodness. It's going straight in straight after that amazing mouthfeel, creamy, smooth, I'm here kind of vibe. I wasn't expecting that. A little bit sharper. Yeah, dried pineapple almost. Perhaps it's just my initial taste on the beer. It's quite sharp. It's like a pithy grapefruit juice kind of thing. A little bit dry. Maybe a little bit of papaya. Passion fruit. It's leaving a lovely lacing on the glass. It's an amazing beer, but I'm just trying to. It's a little bit unlike anything I've had similar beers, but this one's got a little bit more depth of flavour that you're trying to pull out, because it's so smooth it kind of masks all these individual notes blended, you know. Very citrusy, obviously. A little bit yeah, it's dank. Not a little bit, it's dank. This is a really interesting one. Sweet front end, and then it goes into this. It's mellowed out actually since that first initial sip, where I said it was really sharp. That's kind of gone now. Palate's acclimatised to it. I'm definitely getting that oniony, garlicky thing I was getting on the aroma. Not in an unpleasant way. It's just there. It's just lurking. It just kind of is very well rounded beer. It's there's no sharp edges now. Whereas that first sharp hit is, as I've already said, completely gone. It's a cracking beer. It really is a damn cracking beer. Obviously I won't be trying this again in the near future, because we don't even get this brewery's beers here in the UK. What does it say? Is there anything here apart from the usual bits and bats? Pretty much what's on Untapped. There's no additional information on the can at all. I told you when it was canned, the 11th of October. So 11th of October, we're about, what's that, 2 months? We're about just under 7 weeks old. And I've had this beer 2 weeks. So I had this beer since it was 5 weeks old. Pretty damn good. But then it was brought over for me, so I'll give it a couple more tastings and then we'll go into a score. That oniony garlicky thing is not in your face, it's just very subtle. Subtle, blends in with that kind of creamy mouthfeel from the, what does it say? From the spelt, which is definitely giving that kind of creamy mouthfeel. It's a lovely beer. I'll give it a rating now then straight away. I'm giving this beer a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 beer. If you guys are out in Ottawa or in that kind of region, I don't know if this is like one of their core range beers or not. Maybe someone could tell me down in the comments from, you know, if you're from that area, or I don't know what the distribution is of this beer in Canada, or how far it goes out from Ottawa into more western parts of Ontario, like Toronto or Niagara sort of region where a lot of my buddies are. And you, where did you get this? I mean, did you get this in Chicago, or where did you get this? It'd be interesting to know. So maybe they do penetrate down into into the New York and west of there. I don't know. Be interesting to find out, but yeah, it's a 9 out of 10 beer all day long. Delicious beer. Tasty as. Over to Untapped then. This beer has had 1,151 total check-ins as I'm doing this review. It's had 170 in the last 30 days. It's had 890 ratings, then coming out at 4.16. That's a lot. That's a damn good score. There's no IBUs counted on this one either. 8% ABV, double IPA. Lush stuff from Domination Brewing Company. If you get to try this and you're out there, or if you haven't tried it, yeah, and you like your double IPAs, I'd say it's a double IPA Imperial rather than a. I mean that you know, look at that. I mean that class is a New England style for me. There's no kind of doubt about it. It's beautiful, gorgeous stuff. Anyway, let me know if you've had it before. Thanks again, Ewart, for the beer. I really do appreciate it. I've got 1 or 2 more beers coming up from this little care package that he brought over, and we'll get them reviewed and we'll put them up as soon as I can. Anyway, thanks for watching then, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.